What's up, family? All right, we good. Welcome back to another episode of Candid Conversations. Of course, I'm your host, Mark D. Like we always do at the beginning of each and every show, we want to show love and appreciation for entrepreneurs and business owners. Of course, first starting out with my sister, Aries Owens, and her book, Hear Me Out. Once again, that book is Hear Me Out. It is written in poem form of candid conversations that she has had with some of her clients. You can follow her on Facebook at Aries Owens. You can go over to IG and follow her as well under Aries Owens. Also, giving a shout out to my brother Ethan West and his business endeavor, West Wheels. If you're looking for any type of rim repair, of course, being in Northeast Ohio, these streets are not kind to your cars, and the curb will win 100% of the time. So go and contact the brother, hit him up, take a picture of your chewed up rims like a dog is chewed on them. And reach out to him and see what he can do. Of course, his quotes are free. So, let you know to get your rim back 100% to maintain the value and the luxury of your vehicle. And coming back, of course, showing love and appreciation to my brother Rodney Dukes at Polish 'em Off. You can follow the business page on Facebook at Polish 'em Off. You can follow the business page also on IG at Polish 'em Off ADC. If you're looking for any type of ceramic coating to help strengthen durability of your clear coat and your paint on your vehicle, so the paint don't fade away. If you're looking for any type of detailing, interior, exterior detailing, any type of accessories for your vehicle, of course, reach out to the brother and he will definitely let you know what he can do with your vehicle to get it back to looking like close to possible as when you picked it up off of the new car lot. Get that new car smell on the interior and, buff some of those scratches out. So reach out to my big brother, Rodney Dukes at Polish 'em Off. Of course, giving shout out to my younger brothers, and I want to say, man, I'm proud of these two gentlemen, man. They really doing their thing. They're really handling their business. First and foremost, giving a shout out and appreciation to at Megadon 216. You can follow his t-shirt line and see what he does at Surf Club 216. Y'all, the family y'all seen, I have a black t-shirt of his and also a blue t-shirt of his, which I've shown on the show before. I wear them periodically as well. Also, giving a shout out to my young brother, I won't say younger, but young brother. This young man is doing great things, and that's Fred Council Jr. at FC on the Beat. If you're looking for any type of musical production, any tracks laid, any particular sound that you're looking for, reach out to my brother, and I'm telling you, he'll lace you up thoroughly. Go and check out his catalog. I'm always talking about it. It is massive, and just go follow him. He got LinkedIn. You can just go to fconthebeat.com and see his catalog. You can purchase beats for whatever that you're trying to do. He also has monthly packages to where you get a certain number of beats, on a monthly basis. So whatever you're looking for, any type of production, reach out to him. Also, this week I'm in, in the studio, in my personal studio. Y'all see the pictures in the back, that my lovely Aunt Kim has done. She's personalized them, of course. They have meaning. each and every one of them. So go and support her. You can go over to Facebook and support her at Kim Black. For whatever type of pictures that you're looking for, she'll take care of you. Also, man, my big sister. Let me pull her up real quick, man. I'm telling y'all, if you are a nail tech and you looking to get recertified, or you looking for your initial certification, my big sister Tammy Hope is a beast when it comes to nails, man. She's creating, her catalog is vast on the nail industry tip, and for all the ladies out there that's looking for, a particular design when it comes to your nails, I'm telling you, get in touch with my sister. Get in touch with my big sister. You can go and follow her over on IG and or Facebook at Sculptress Elite. That is SCULPTRESS_ELITE, Sculptress Elite. She is a certified nail technician trainer. If you got to get certified, recertification, she has online classes that you can take and get your certification so you can continue to do what it do, and make that bread. And like I said, man, she has all types of just creative designs that she's done on nails. She sips nails out, I believe, either once or twice weekly. So go and look on her page, and like I said, all the young ladies who's looking to get certified as a nail technician or your recertification, she holds classes. She's a certified nail technician trainer, of course, here in Cleveland, Ohio. Now that all of the promotion is out the way, let's get into it, family. Tonight's topic of conversation, I want to discuss with the family. The question is, have you or are you healing from your traumas? I know a lot of us, all of us have gone through some type of traumatic experience. Whether it is a loss of a parent, a loss of a loved one, whether it is, you felt that someone abandoned you, or didn't love you accordingly, or wasn't able to give you the things that you needed in a particular relationship or particular relationships. It happens, and we understand that it's life, and it's going to happen, and I have gone through traumatic experience after traumatic experience in my life, losing, my great aunt a few years ago. I've lost a child. I've lost my mother. Past few episodes, y'all have heard me, talk about her and, in different aspects of my life, and, even when it comes to my relationships, the life lessons that I had to learn through them, the damage I've caused, the damage that was caused to me, it took some evaluating, man. Like, it really did, and these last 5 years of my life, have been eye-openers, in many cases. I fell out with family, fell out with friends, associates, and sometimes the falling out has been over different perspectives. What I may have perceived to be disrespectful, what they have may perceive to be disrespectful, and it caused a rift in my relationships, and I'm always talking about, the spiritual aspect of relationships. And I always mention to the family that you get who and what you are. Your relationships mirror back to you the lesson in life that you have to resolve, that you have to deal with. And I know a lot of times it's so easy to place blame on other individuals for them being who they are. It's so easy for us to continue to keep the light shined on them versus taking accountability for our actions. And most relationships will be destroyed because a lack of accountability, some type of manipulation, some type of deceit, some type of lie that was told. Because especially at the beginning of every relationship, we always put our best foot forward. We always put the mask on that will best show our insecurities or our fears. Family has heard me say it time and time before that when I talk about the big three, in relationships, I'm always talking about your fears, your insecurities, and your ego. And most of our relationships are ran by one, if not all three of those individuals. And those individuals oftentimes stem out of some type of scarcity and lack. We come in with all of these expectations, all of these standards, all of these mandates. But family, I ask you, do you hold yourself to those high standards? Do you hold yourself to that same level of expectation that you hold the person that you're in a relationship with? Or is it just for them to be held to? With you holding yourself to no level or standard of accountability. Because one of the biggest lessons that I had to learn was be accountable for my perspective, be accountable for whatever standards that I hold and that I deem necessary for my life. It's not always easy because, of course, people come in your life and they have their own, they have their own ideas. Especially the older we get, the trauma of our lives oftentimes dictate who we become and who we are in that moment. But without the trauma, without all of the hurt and pain that you've gone through, who would you be? I asked the question last week on IG. Are you using your trauma as a badge of honor, or are you using it as a reference point? And the reason why I asked that question is because most of us use our trauma as a badge of honor. And so we go into each and every relationship, whether it be at work, whether it be intimately, whether it be with family, with friends, regardless of the level that you relate with that individual on, most of us use our trauma as a badge of honor. We wear it like the first thing that came to mind is what the story in the Bible, Joseph and the coat of many colors. And that's how we wear it. We wear it proudly. We wear our trauma proudly. And we don't heal from it. We don't deal with it. We don't deal with our perspective of the trauma. because you can't control what anyone else does. You can't dictate what anyone else does. And if you do, if you are, I promise you, it is some type of form of manipulation. Whether you're being manipulated, whether you're the manipulator, most of us don't go in, especially intimate relationships, honest and open, giving the other individual that's sitting across from us, giving them the power of choice. And if you don't give your significant other the power of choice because you are open and honest, which was a lesson that I had to learn in my personal life, you take the power of choice away from them. An ultimatum is not the power of choice. It's an ultimatum. It's an if, and, or but. But because oftentimes we're so afraid of losing those that are in our life, we lie to them. We manipulate the situation. We withhold information. Regardless of what your reasoning is, we do it. We know that as men, a lot of men, especially beta males, I'll say that, beta males and simps, you know, a woman tells them what they're not gonna deal with, what they expect, and you know, betas fall right in line, man. They fall right in line. Because maybe they don't have access to the relationships that they want. I don't know. You know, and a lot of women choose betas because they're safe. They're safe. They put the yoni on a pedestal. You know, they put the woman on the pedestal. So beta males are safe. I always tell the family, alpha men who are purpose driven in their life, they're not safe. The level of security that alpha men give a woman is knowing that he's going to, in every situation, whether it be work, whether it be in a relationship, regardless of what it may be, he's going to give his all, but he's not going to kill himself. He's going to lay a foundation, he's going to put in boundaries, and he's going to let you know that these are his boundaries. And if you choose to stay or whether you choose to go, that is your choice, which you have to be accountable for. It is not on him. It is not his fault if things don't go according to your expectations or how you thought they was going to be. Because most women want alpha men. Most women are looking for men who are purpose driven, who's got something going on in their lives. But just the same way that you as a woman are looking for that particular man, multiple women are looking for him as well. And it is your job to make him see the value in you, in choosing you. And I know that's a hard pill to swallow because society don't teach women that. And a lot of single mothers don't teach men, they don't teach their sons that. They teach their sons how to be betas. That's what a lot of single mothers teach their sons. Because oftentimes single mothers teach their sons from a feminine, masculine perspective. It is not masculine. It is feminine masculine. And then the boys grow up to be men, they become adults, and they wonder why the emotional spectrum don't work the same way that they've been taught from their mother that it should work. Because fathers who have direction in their life, one of the things that they teach their boys is that to get the outcome that you want, you're going to have to put in the work. And you can't give up if you don't get the outcome that you want. You keep grinding to get as close as possible to the outcome that you're looking for. You're accountable for your actions, and for your reactions. I see a lot of mothers who raise their daughters and pamper their sons. I see fathers raise their sons and pamper their daughters to a detriment. Because as a man, if I'm with you, your father his job was to show you what a man looks like. That's what your father's job was. That's not my job. That's your father's job. Your father's job is to teach you as a daughter what a man looks like. A father is supposed to teach his son the work ethic that a man has to achieve his goals. And of course, his daughter gets the same teaching and instructions, but oftentimes it's not as harsh. It's a father's job to allow his daughter to be his little princess. That's not your man's job. That was your father's job. See, and what a lot of men and women are looking for is what they didn't get from their mother and their father. Men are looking for the type of nurturing and love that they were supposed to get from their mother. They're looking for adult males grow up and they look for instruction and guidance from their women that they were supposed to get from their father. And see, those are issues of mother and daddy issues that you have to heal from in order to have some type of resemblance of a functioning relationship. See, because most of us grow up in single parent households. So boys are growing up, they don't know what a husband looks like. They don't know who a husband is. Daughters are growing up, they don't know what a husband look like, and they damn sure don't know what a wife is because their mother and father wasn't married. So you have adult boys and adult girls who are in relationship trying to be married, and neither one of them knows what a husband and wife is, and wonder why their marriage is so chaotic. The Bible says that he who findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor with the Lord. That means that as a woman, you're a wife before he finds you. When he finds you, you're already a wife, which means he's already a husband. So you and him coming together is just bringing the union under structure. But let me tell you something, man. finding a wife in today's society, man, that's a hard challenge. It's a hard challenge because if see, my father, good, bad, or indifferent, he's always been a husband. May not always been the best husband, but my father has always been a husband. So there were some things, I talk about it all the time, family. There were some things, I had daddy issues, I had mommy issues that I had to heal from, and there's things that I continue to work on. And it's not easy. It's not easy. And I'd be remiss to sit up here and tell you that it is easy, that it's going to be a walk in the park. And no, man, like, I always talk about, doing the shadow work, man. And the shadow work is everything negative about who you are. Your temper, your ego, your fears, your insecurities, your expectations. That's all shadow work. But it's all a part of who you are. Most of us don't want to deal with that side of us. So we look for individuals that's going to protect that toxic side of us and not question it. But when you get in a relationship where y'all hold one another accountable and there's no judgment and it's a safe space to hold one another accountable, and you take on the accountability and you're not projecting onto one another the dysfunction of you. That's what a working relationship and process and progress looks like. An open, honest relationship is individuals, regardless, two or more, come to the table, be open and honest, lay a foundation, lay down standards that all parties involved agree upon, and stick to that agreement. Like, too many of us is out here, man, and we playing games. And then get mad at the other individual when they don't meet our expectations, when most of our expectations are just fucking ridiculous, man. Like, some of the standards that we hold, we wouldn't dare put them on ourselves. We wouldn't. And it's like, hold on, family. This belief, man, in the fairy tale, in these fairy tales of what relationships look like and what they supposed to be like, and all of this, and people speaking in absolutes, and the only absolute is, are you going to do the work? Are you going to fix yourself? Your relationships is broken because you refuse to fix you. That's why your relationships is broken. You attracted the other individual, and you have to ask yourself, what in you that attracted them? For those who believe in the law of attraction, You attracted them somehow. If they a whole chaos, there's a whole chaos in you that they was attracted to. So most of y'all out here wondering, why I can't find a good man, why I can't find a good woman. Because motherfucker, you ain't good. It's some shit in you that need to be dealt with. Deal with it, family. Come on now, deal with it. Like I said, family, it's not easy, it's not fun, but it's work that needs to be done. Like, that's one of the things, true spirit work is not religious constructs. It's not someone else's belief system. It's looking at yourself and saying, you know what? I hold value in these areas. These areas I'm lacking. These are the areas that I need to work on. And I need to maintain these areas. Because as you work on these areas are going to elevate. They're going to elevate, family. Some of y'all sit up here and say that y'all spiritual, and y'all really not. Y'all just found religious constructs that fit your narrative in this moment in time. Because spirit work is actually becoming the best version of yourself for each and every one of your relationships. Not changing who you are on the outside, it's changing who you are from within. And you're only going to change. Understand this, family. When you change inwardly, it will manifest outwardly. Healing. I can't push it enough. We have to heal. Especially if we want our communities to heal, it has to start with us. It has to start with you. Stop pushing a narrative that you did not author. You pushing everyone else's narrative and wondering why your life is in such disorder, why it's so jacked up and chaotic. You done took on Big Mama's beliefs. You done took on your parents' beliefs. You done took on societal's beliefs. You done took on the church's beliefs. And you can't manifest what you want because wholeheartedly, you don't even believe in any of that. You going along with the flow. You dress up because this is what you were told that you were supposed to do. I can't say it enough, family. I mean, if you want to do the real work, do the real work. But see, you so afraid, you so concerned with who you gonna lose. Most of us don't want to grow up. Not truthfully. We getting older in age, yeah, of course. But mentally, spiritually, we really don't want to grow up. Because we done found someone that fits our narrative, that doesn't challenge us in growth. We found someone that will protect our fears, protect our insecurities, and protect our ego. So we don't want to lose them. We don't want to piss them off because we're growing spiritually. Because we're afraid that they're going to see no value in us anymore and they're going to walk out our lives. So we holding on tightly to them. We put so much on other individuals for our happiness, for our comfort, for if we grow, if we elevate and evolve. We put so much pressure on loved ones. They'll never be able to fulfill us. Can they add to us? Yes, of course they can. Can they add value to your life? Yes, of course they can. But everything in your life is contingent on the decisions and the choices that you make. Some of y'all have gone through most of y'all adult lives in fear, looking for a perfect situation that does not exist. Situations and relationships that have become perfect, they became perfect for the people that are involved. And that's their story. And so many of y'all, what y'all have done, and I'm guilty of this too, family. So please don't get me wrong. I am guilty of this too. I am guilty of it. Because growing up in the church, I always said, I tell the family all the time, I was born and I was raised in the church. I probably was conceived in the church. I don't know. I have no idea. But I was born and I was bred in the church all of my life. Up until, 7 years ago? 7 years ago, I was in the church. Tuesdays, Thursdays, sometimes on Friday, and Sunday. When I was younger, I've told the fam that I was in church. We had prayer meeting night. Then we had Wednesday night Bible study, Friday night Bible study, and we was in church all day on Sunday. So church was my life. I got married in the church. And what we was taught, what a marriage was supposed to look like, me and my first wife, when we got married, it was like, oh my God, this is a power couple. Well versed in the word. She was a minister of music. I was a Sunday school teacher. I was a youth minister. So I was involved in the church. I taught in the church. So we looked like on the outside to everyone looking in, we were what a church couple was supposed to look like. But our home life was so destructive and chaotic. it was chaos, man, in my house. Chaos. You know, and I had to learn from it. That was a step that I had to take in order to get me to where I am now. And was it a hard road? Was it a difficult road? Of course. There's some things that I have gone through in my life that I knew that it was the divine source that got me through it. Because even as a teenager, I was living a street life. So there were some things that happened that I had to deal with, that I had to come to grips with. Like, it was, family, as a teenager, my life was so hectic and crazy that my English teacher, my high school English teacher in the 10th grade, told me that before I graduated, I would be either dead or in prison for life. And those were her exact words. I had so much anger that I had to deal with. And I family, when I say I still deal with it to this day, I still deal with it to this day. Is it as bad? Of course not, it is. The things that set me off 5, 10, 15 years ago, it doesn't set me off now. But every now and again, the universe will bring that test around to see if I'm paying attention to my shadow side. And trust me, I do my best to not put myself in situations. But of course, life is life, man. Life is life. I know that there's some things there that I'm continuing to work on. I know there's some things there that can trigger me just like this, you know, but I acknowledge it. That is a part of me. And when I began to acknowledge the things that I needed to work on, family, let me tell you, that's when I began to grow. That's when I began to heal from past trauma. How I looked at things. And this is me, family, taking accountability for me. This is not what other individuals did. This is me. And y'all know I am a firm believer of everyone being accountable for decisions that they make, for actions that they've taken. But we got to start healing, family. If we want our families to be whole, we have to start healing individually. You know, so, you know, just wrapping it up, family. If you haven't started your healing, I encourage you, family, start. If you have some traumatic experiences that you need to go and seek psychiatric counseling for, clinical counseling for, what are you waiting for? If you're looking for spiritual guidance, what are you waiting for? Because family, one thing that I've learned is that you can't do it by yourself. There are things in your life that you need help with. There's some things that has happened to you. You don't even realize how traumatic they were. And it's part of denial. We've all been there. And then it takes one time. It takes one time for that trauma to smack you in the face. And when you realize, damn, this impacted me more than I even realized. We all have our own individual processes. I get it. If you're not ready now, that's fine. That is perfectly okay. It doesn't matter when you start. It doesn't matter how you start. What matters is that you start. Like I always do at the beginning and the end of every show, family, go and support, go and show the love to entrepreneurs and the business owners that I bring before you. But showing love and appreciation for my sister, Aries Owens, and her book, Hear Me Out. Go and follow her on Facebook. Go and follow her on IG. Also, my brother, Ethan West, at West Wheels. You can go and follow him for any type of rim repair. He will let you know if he's able to do anything to fix your rims that the dog, i.e. curb, chewed up, or potholes. Also, my brother Rodney Dukes, at Polish 'em Off. You know, follow the page over on Facebook. On IG, it's at Polish 'em Off ADC. Follow my young brothers at Megadon 216, Facebook and IG as well. Also his t-shirt line at Surf Club 216. Also my young brother Fred Council Jr., aka FC on the Beats, if you're looking for any type of musical production. Or just want a beat to play in the background or around the house. He's got a catalog for you. Also, my Aunt Kim Black for the paintings that y'all see in the back in the studio. You follow her over on Facebook. And also my sister Tammy Hope at Sculptress Elite. I love y'all, family. Catch y'all next time. Deuces.